you saved your down payment. Congratulations. Seriously, in this city, that's no easy task. Now, here's the conversation I have with every first-time buyer. The down payment isn't the whole bill. On a typical $650,000 first purchase in Toronto, there's a second layer of cost that can run well past $20,000, and it's due in cash on closing day. No financing allowed. Today, we're itemizing all of it, and I'll show you the 2 rebates that give first-time buyers a big chunk back. I'm Christian Jauslin, realtor with the Storey Team here in Toronto, and this video is basically the closing cost section of my buyer consultation for free. I'll put the numbers on the screen as we go, and quick note, figures like tax rebates and rebate maximums are accurate as I'm filming this, but always confirm current numbers when you're actually transacting. The single biggest closing cost, and here's why in this city matters so much, land transfer tax. Ontario charges it on every purchase, and then Toronto, alone among Ontario municipalities, charges its own on top of that. Buy in Mississauga or Durham, you pay once. Buy in the 416, you pay twice. On a $650,000 purchase, you're looking at roughly $9,300 provincially and roughly the same again municipally. So call it around $18,600 combined. But here's the good news is if you're a first-time buyer, Ontario rebates first-time buyers up to $4,000 of the provincial tax, and Toronto rebates up to $4,475 on the municipal side. That's up to $8,475 back, applied right at closing through your lawyer, so you don't front it and wait. To qualify, you just need to have never owned a home anywhere in the world. Now, the next layer is the professionals. Your real estate lawyer, budget $1,800 to $2,500 all in for a standard purchase. That includes their fees plus disbursements, the searches and filings they do on your behalf. Then title insurance, usually arranged through your lawyer, a few $100 one time, and worth every cent. I'll do a full video on what it protects you from later this fall. If you're buying freehold, add a home inspection, $400 to $600, and on condos, it's less about the unit and more about the building. So that's a status certificate review, which typically doesn't come out of your own pocket. I'll cover what exactly a status review entails in a separate video. Now, here's the one everyone forgets until the mortgage approval. If your down payment is under 20%, your mortgage requires default insurance. The premium itself gets rolled into your mortgage, so it's not cash at closing, but here's the catch. The provincial sales tax on that premium is due in cash. On a $650,000 purchase with 10% down, the PST on the insurance premium comes out to roughly $1,400, and that comes straight out of your pocket at closing. Now, closing adjustments are the true miscellaneous line, and the principle is simple. The seller prepaid things that partly belong to your ownership period, so you square up. Property taxes paid through year end, you reimburse your share. Condo fees for the month, same thing. On new construction from a builder, adjustments get a lot bigger. Think development charges, utility hookups, TRREB enrollment, and that gets its own video because new build adjustments deserve their own warning label. For resale, budget a few hundred to a couple $1,000s, and your lawyer will give you the exact statement of adjustments before closing, which is why you read it with them line by line. So let's stack it all up. On that $650,000 condo with 10% down as a first-time buyer, land transfer taxes combined come in around $18,600 minus $8,475 in rebates. So call it $10,125 net. Add lawyer and disbursements at $2,200, title insurance at $400, PST on the default insurance premium at about $1,400, adjustments around $1,000, and moving, cleaners, the locksmith, all that day one stuff, $1,500 if you're disciplined. Total, roughly $16,600 in cash, on top of your $65,000 down payment, and separate from the deposit timing we covered in episode 1. So when I sit down with a buyer who has $80,000 saved for a $650,000 purchase, the real conversation isn't, great, you're done. It's, here's how we allocate this so closing day doesn't clean you out. You want a buffer on the other side of the fence because a home with zero savings left is a stressful home. Quick recap. Land transfer tax is the monster, and first-timer rebates take up to $8,475 off of it. Lawyer, title insurance, and PST on mortgage insurance are the fixed layer. Adjustments float. All in on a typical first purchase, budget $15,000 to $20,000 beyond the down payment. And don't let closing day zero out your accounts. Every number from this video is in the free checklist below, with blanks to run your own purchase price. And if you want your specific numbers done properly, book a call. Links in the description. Next week, I'm comparing pre-construction against resale with real 2026 math, including those HST rebates from last week's video. And the answer isn't what it was 2 years ago. See you Tuesday.